Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this special edition of Focus on Liberia. My name is Dennis Jai, and we are broadcasting from Atlanta, Georgia. In today's program, we are putting the spotlight on the District 16 Student Empowerment Program, and that is by the Association of University Students of District number 16. The Association of University Students of District number 16 is a group in the borough of Nukru Town, and they are carrying on some activities, and so we want to shine the spotlight on them this Sunday morning. So we want to welcome all our viewers from across the globe. Joining me from District 16 in Nukru Town is the founder and co-founder of the Association of District 16 University Students, and on the phone is Mr. Alex Patodrim Swen. Alexander, welcome to Focus on Liberia.
Thank you, Mr. Cha, and thank you to the family of FOL. It's always a pleasure being on this unique and balanced platform. And thank you once more for giving me the opportunity to share my thoughts with the world and our people back home. Thank you once more.
Thank you. Alexander Patodrim Swen is the founder of the Association of University Students of District number 16. His co-founder is here with me in studio, Mr. Lawrence Stepney. Lawrence, welcome to Focus on Liberia.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chair. It's a pleasure to be on Focus of Liberia to share with so many thoughts. And I'm so happy to be on this show. It's so fascinating. And to all of our listeners and viewers, I want to say thank you for listening and viewing this program. Keep tuned and keep following us. It's a pleasure, Mr. Chair, to be again on Focus of Liberia.
Thank you. And at the beginning of the program, we played the old Lucky Dube song that said two things: crime does not pay, and education is the key. And since this is an educational program, you are doing something for education. We thought it wise that we are all reminded that education is the key. We need to get the children into school, because if they are not in school, they do all kinds of things. But let's start the show by telling us briefly about the Association of University Students in District number 16. Let me start with the founder of the program, Mr. Alexander Swen. Alex, tell us about your association and when you were founded, your aims, your objective, and what you're up to now.
Thank you once more. The Association of University Students started in the year 2019, and we our hope and aspiration is to get every young individual the opportunity to have access to a learning facility. The purpose of this organization is to bring together university students in helping our brother and sister who fall beyond the drain to pick them up and get them to where they're supposed to be. And today I'm happy to be along with the co-founder, Lawrence Stepney, who have to be a very good brother when it comes to putting this organization into place. And Lauren has been very supportive, and he played a major role in getting to where we are today. So our aim and our objective is to get young people in our community. Remember, Yukuta District 16 is a strong community. So we want to get people of that level, acquiring vocational education, tertiary education, and secondary education. This is our target. We want everybody to be at a place where they will be able to be contributing to society. That's our major goal, to contribute to society, empower them through academic, through vocational, and all of you.
Thank you. And Lawrence, let me come to you. I mean, why is there a need to get kids and student young adults in District 16 to go to school? What's the condition in District 16 that made you think that it is important that children living in this area be in school?
Thank you so much again, Mr. John. District number 16, or the borough of Nukru Town, freshly constitutes 25 communities from Beaumont Bridge to St. Paul's Bridge. And within those 25 communities, we have seen many vulnerable children. In the morning, their parents wake up and go and sell. Their parents go on the beaches and leave them vulnerable in the communities. They are there playing marble, they are playing lapa. We are from Nukru Town, we know how it's like. And the parent goes and says whole day in Douala market all around and come back in the evening time. Those children are not learning anything. We are seeing them progressing. We are seeing them growing without education. At the end of the day, those same kids will be a threat to the same community we are living in because they are exposed to drugs. They are exposed to a lot of bad things within the community. They are exposed to prostitution. Many of them now, they are into teenage pregnancy. Many of them, they really want to go to school and acquire the skill or knowledge to contribute to society because there is no helping hand for them financially. Many of them now are loving to those bag riders. Many of them now are loving to those keke riders who just pregnant them along the way and just start born children by them. Can you imagine somebody seeing a menage, the first pregnancy, the first menstrual cycle or the first menstruation, before you make up your mind, in less than 2-3 months, you see that teenage, that very young teenage with pregnancy. And for many of them, even during the time of delivery, is a serious complication because the reproductive system of our sister are not fully developed. So we thought it was, Elizana and myself, since we are out of the university, let us wrap our hands around our brothers and sisters who don't have the need to go to school, who parents don't have the need to go to school, who are vulnerable, those destitute. We can just leave them in the community. Let us stand up for them and give them hope so that they will be able to contribute to society. So this is the aim. That's what we foresee. So we deem it necessary to share our thoughts with the world. Those are listening to us to come to our help. We've been helping, but this is where we are today. So this is the sole purpose of this noble organization.
Thank you so much. I understand both you and Alex, and you have another colleague. You live in the same Negro town. You graduated from college, and now for you are in school as a pharmacist, doctor of pharmacist.
Yeah.
And Alex is doing his MBA. One may ask, and let me start with you, Alex. You all are from the same community, but you see that you educationally you are successful. You got your degree. You are into graduate school, but you see some people that are not able to do it. Why? Why what make you different that you're able to do it and other people can?
Yeah, Mr. Ja, when we were growing up, Lawrence and I were growing up in the community, we have fewer people that we saw, we look up to, that set that standard for us. Looking at them, we saw that passion of getting the education just by the oath, and we challenge ourselves. But nowadays, we have a generation that is, like Lawrence said, that is exposed to drugs, that is exposed to prostitution, that, these are things that before to see it happening, it used to be very difficult, but now they are being exposed within our society. So there is no guardians within our community now. So when you find out that because there is no guardians, everybody go astray. When we are coming up, we have all of these things happening, but we have other people who look up to, and today we reach that level because we have that focus man and they guided us. But now everybody in the community is not guarded. So what we thought of is to use that means to guide them and talk to them, say you can be a better person, you can go and obtain a vocational skill, say you feel you don't want to go back into the classroom. Get something doing for yourself that today you will not be liberated to society, but you'll be able to contribute to society. That's our aim.
Wow.
When we were growing up, we had the challenges like them, but we have people guiding us, right? So because they guided us, that's why we reached to where we are today, and we want to do the same to them.
Wow. I mean, that is really impressive. As young as both of you are, and you see other people in the community, you see people that have money, but you guys, I don't know if you guys even working, or you have the means to do what you set up to do. How you hope to achieve this, and what have you done so far?
I can come in, or Lawrence?
Yeah, go ahead.
Lawrence, let me start off. Then you end up. Mr. John, it's quite interesting to know that we have our friends that we all grew up. Some of them are in the U.S. some of them are here. We reach out to them, we talk to them, because they know the necessity of being educated. They know how essential it is when one is educated, especially a female, to a community. So we reach out to them. They have been helping in a weak way to help us some kids in school, to help us some of the young adult in vocational training institutions. And we've been doing it for the past time, but the number has increased now. Nowadays, we go to bed with our phone ringing, school about to open. We are looking up to you, and these are people that it's kind of disheartening. Most of them are single mothers. Like Lawrence said, love to these back rather, and have them impregnated and just leave them along the way. And to get our children into school, they are scared to go back to school. It's kind of embarrassing. So because we have our friends have been helping and we have been contributing in a meaningful way, but the number have increased. That's why we ask that anybody around the world listening to us that can help us, add up to what we have been having before, and we can get these kids, their parents, educated in a way that our society can be free of crime.
Thank you. And let me come to you, Lawrence. But before I do that, I want to encourage those of you watching this show to please share it, invite someone, let them listen. Most of the time we hear the young people in Monrovia, in Liberia as a whole, especially those in college, we see them, almost all of them are in politics based on what they can get from politicians just to earn a simple livelihood. But here are two young people. They say, well, we see a problem here and we want to make a difference. And so they organize themselves into this association to help their brothers and sisters, nieces and nephews who fell by the wayside, who entered unfortunate circumstances, who were not privileged or they were not lucky enough, or to get what Alex and Lawrence got. And so they say, even though we don't have it too, but we can find a way to share. So Lawrence, how do you guys go about identifying these people to help? Where
thank you so much. Yes, thank you. They are within the communities where we live. They are on the street. They are hawking between cars. Many of them are playing marbles. Many of them are in the ghettos. They are in a slum. We go to them. We identify the condition of them and see how best we can come and fit in. For us, for me personally, we've been doing it out of our pocket. Currently, I'm not working. I'm a student, but a little stipend I'm receiving from government, from the medical school, I'm using that stipend to change the life of someone. I don't have to have much to transform the life of another person. I believe I must share to change someone's life. Pato and Alex and myself, we've been doing that. And with the goodwill of some of our friends outside of Liberia, they've been contributing. But this number has swelled because everyone going now like an ambassador to tell their friend, this person has helped me, this student organization has helped me. And parents keep enrolling, and parents themselves keep coming in. How can I be part of this program? So there are so many right now that even from our little pockets, we cannot do everything from our own because we are not working. So we identify them in the slum. Many of them we identify them in the community, we identify them in the market. They are selling plastics, they are selling cold water, school-going age children. They are in the street hawking for their parents. Many of them are parents are sitting there home playing Ludo and playing checkup. And that's send the children in the street to sell. And that's an abuse. So we see it, we say, no, we don't have to have the whole world before we help. Let us help. Even if that 1, 2, 3 person that help. So we've been helping and they've been going out, they've been doing things for themselves. There's a positive reflection. And they have been inviting their friends, and their friends coming, the parents themselves coming. So the number has swelling that's why we ask for this platform to share our thoughts. They are so much, they are waiting to go to school. We must transform the society, because if we don't transform the society now, the kids right now, their exposure to technology or their exposure to crime will be too bad in the next years or years to come. You're not even be safe coming back home. Even if you're coming back home, maybe from abroad, coming to Nuclear Town, coming to Corner West, or coming to Carpet Street, you will not be safe, because those same people you fail to help today, those same people will be a threat to your life tomorrow.
So from what you are saying, it means that this thing is not for the people that are struggling alone. It should concern all of us, because I have my uncle house in Lagoon, Nuclear Town, right? So if I've
Yes.
been away, so when I go to Nuclear Town, I want to go and see Gabriel in the borough. You are saying if we don't help the situation, I can't even go there because those same kids will rob me. So it's like something that concerns
Definitely.
all of us.
Definitely.
Yeah. It concern all of us because if we allow them to go in multitude, we that have the opportunity now to acquire education will not be safe. Not even in Utah, but even in the problem of Liberia, because the crime rate will increase and things will be going bad off.
Wow. You started this program in 2019, you said. Tell me about your activities. Have you been able to? Who are the people that enroll in the program? At what level, and how are they doing now?
Mr. John, like when we started 2019, when we started, our friends contributed. We started with kids. The number increased. For me, I don't go for people that know your name. We go for people that are really in need. So I won't be in the position to names, but I will go for people that we don't have any relationship with. We paid our school fees. We started with kids. We moved up to young adult, where we were able to graduate about 15 persons that ended the first 50 of the vocational training institute. Some of them have gone into the private businesses, like the one that do hair, like the one that do catering, the one that do interior decoration. They found their places to go now. But because of the structure of the first 15%, a lot of people, they told their friends, and they are coming to us now. So for me, I don't go for name, and I don't look at faces. I only look at the person that really need the opportunity to go and acquire it. That's our objective. That's what we look for. Because many a time, if you want to look for people needing a relationship, they will abuse the opportunity. What all are looking for? We look for people that in need of aid and desperate for aid. So for the past 2 years, going forward, we have touched a lab of over 25 to 30% for kindergarten, junior high to vocational training institution.
So you sent me some pictures here. So Lawrence, I will put the pictures on the screen, and then you describe for me what we're looking at, and tell me the occasion and what's happening here.
All right. This is the beginning of a program that we initiated, where it was a vocational learning process. For many of those kids, after high school, many of them don't have the opportunity to go to enroll within the university. Many of them, they are self-supported. Even if they gain admission to the university, how are they going to support themselves? How are they going to pay tuition? Even though now is the university tuition free, how are they going to get transportation? So it is better acquiring skill right now, so that they will have something to do and they don't enroll within the university. So these are vocational programs where we do electricity, we do interior decorations, where we do plumbing, where we do those basic vocational learning. Many of them have been left behind. For example, maybe someone of my age, maybe we started high school together, but the person I've gone far, or the person has said I've gone far, or the person is of age going back to sit in 10th grade. That person is better giving that person a skill that will be necessary to transform that particular person's life. So you see, these are our students, these are some of them. You see them, these are the vocational school. We partner with those vocational institutions. We talk to them so that we can enroll some of our students there. But again, the number continue to increase.
I see the group here. Are they graduates? I see Alex there with them. He is fine, sure.
Yeah. They are the first graduates.
For the first phase of that institution.
And what are some of the things? What are some of the skills that they got? Those standing there with you.
Some of them got a skill in catering, interior decoration, hair plaiting, and because of that, Mr. Jack, many of their friends are now trooping in. Every now and then, I'll get 4 to 5 calls. I saw my friend; she completed the first phase, and she's about to go to the next stage. And I want to start the first phase. Because of the positive result from them, we are put on the platform now to incorporate all of, because this is our aim. to reduce crime and to empower our friends.
Thank you. And I see a lot of them are girls.
Yes, because they are the one that society is really affect.
Yeah.
They are the one that society is really affect.
So these are the most vulnerable. So then let's come to the cost. So let's say, starting with the vocational, how much does it cost you to get one student through this program?
Yeah, that program we arranged with the administration, because we don't have the money on hand. So we'll talk to our friends supported us, and we'll talk to the administration. And each student was paying $5,000 Liberian dollar. And the reason they were paying $5,000 because the administration wanted them, based on our request to them, we want to help them. The administration wanted them to get a T-shirt, like you saw them in our shirt, a T-shirt that they will be able to use as a uniform, and to get 1 or 2 items that they can start off with in a class. But the administration have been doing well with us. Despite they have their own challenges, they have been doing well with us. And we're looking forward to go back to them again, because, like I said, they are the most cheapest we have ever worked with, because they are into humanitarian activity. So they see the needs that, because we have the same vision, we cooperate and have that. But the minimum of 5,000 per person were paid.
Thank you. So what are some of the schools that you talk to? So you go to the school, they say, look, this is our goal, this is what we are doing. And the school too is kind of on the same page with you that, yes, we too want to help. So even though we are charging this amount of money, but we'll help you. So just pay this something small. So just T-shirt and few other things. Who are those? What are some of those schools, and where are they located?
Oh, that school is in Siontown, but this time Siontown and Lollipuja. This time around, we want to spread across the district, because we encounter transportation problem for some of the students. So we thought it was that we talked to the administration that, since you into this, you can extend your branch within the district. Then we can start off from there and increase the number. So they have agreed, and we are working on things to use our famous school within the district called Daniel Itiri, where we'll start the first and second phase along with. Because when you start a project, you have to know your failure, you have to know your success. So we went through that with the administration, and we told them our success with them, and we told them our challenges. So they listened to our cry. So this time around, we're bringing the school in, the school other branch within the district. That will be around the dollar bill to tackle the issue of transportation.
Thank you. And Lawrence, some of these students have graduated. What are the feedback you're getting from them? What's the feedback you're getting from the community? And what are they doing? If you follow them, are they now, because someone who was playing Mao in Douala, or someone who was just selling plastic bag, or being, single mother, what the result, what the feedback you're getting?
They are all positive, but some of them who did pastry, they are into entrepreneurship. They are having their own era where they are doing their pastry businesses. They are there baking, they are selling shortbread, they are selling donuts. For those who did braiding of hair, they are now working within the borough with those salons. At the end of the day, they are able to plait their customers' hair, and they are able to go home with something to feed or support themselves. So many of them, the testimonies are many. Many of them, they are coming back with positive results. And for those positive results, that's the reason why many of their friends are coming and are there trooping into the program. They are knocking at our doors. So we are coming to knock at the world doors. So as they are knocking at our doors, so we are knocking at the world's door. Let us help. Let us help our brother and sister, because we want to make them a good people in society. We want to make them meaningful. We don't want to make the boys keep abusing our sisters. We want to make them independent. We want to make them self-supported people. Let them stay on their own. That's what we are fighting to do, because a famous saying, if you educate a girl child, you educate an entire nation.
Right. Oh, wow. So right now, Alex, how many students you have? When is school starting? And what is it that you need?
Mr. John, we have for the past enrollment, we have 25, and the first 15 that completed the first phase, and the 21st is there, and we have another 25 to 30 person that is actually want to be part of the next phase. And from there, we have some kids that we paid a school fee before, or 10 person for elementary to junior high. Their parents also requesting that we assist them this time around due to the economic situation again. So our target here is $900 that we can use. If we can go above our target, it will be something good for us, because we want to add more people to our program. So for now, we are targeting $996 to kickstart the process, because school will be opening officially November 1st. And
Wow.
for the vocational institution, they are opening the 10th week in November.
So for the vocational students to get, you need 900 to get how many people in the vocational schools?
30%.
30% for just $900?
Yeah.
Wow. Lawrence, talk to me about that. You need 900, and that's somebody or that's chicken change for somebody. You are saying for 900, you can change the lives of 30 Liberians in the borough.
Exactly. You know, the money is small, but it is meaningful. It is so much meaningful that money someone can spend that money within a restaurant. Someone can spend that money within a boutique. But that particular money is able to change the life of 30 persons. 30 persons who are going to be productive. So we need materials for them. For those that are doing pastries, they need to buy the flour. They need to buy the baking powder. They need to buy the baking pen. They need to buy those materials. For those who are doing this braiding of hair, they need to get their materials. They need to get their gels. They need to get their grease. They need to get their comb. So every vocational skill has requirements. So with that 900, we are able to get them those requirements, and we are able to get them uniform, so that they should be able to go to school unified. So that 900 is a very small money for so many people watching out there. But we believe that if we can get more than the 900, again, we are going to stretch. We are going to stretch our angle to enroll more persons into the school, because this is not about Alex and myself. It's not about you. It is not about other people. But when you look at it indirectly or directly affect us daily. Because I may say, I'm not living in New Town. I don't care about the person living in New Town. But what happens when I come back to New Town, as I was saying? So we need to give these people the skills. Because within New Town, within those net clubs, we are seeing men abusing our sisters. That get to me. Why would a man abuse or get to sleep with her for $200? When that girl can acquire a skill, style, or own entrepreneurship or own business and earn money for herself, she doesn't have to be abused by a guy because of liquor or because of $200 to sleep with her. At the end of the day, impregnate her and pull her life backward.
Wow. So,
Mr. John, before you go further, let me say thank you to our friends that have been contributing and will contribute continually to our program, and those who will be able to reach out to us today. Let me say thank you in advance.
Thank you so much. Most of the time, when people are giving money to projects like this, they are a little skeptical. The money I'm giving, will it be used for the intended purpose? How can I make sure that this amount is accounted for? How can we track the money we're sending and make sure that it is spent wisely? What will you tell those people?
Yes.
All right.
Lauren, you're starting it up.
Yes. All right. Let me come in. For me, I believe in integrity. I'm raising a home, a Christian or Bible believing home, and I believe I must be accountable to whatsoever that someone gave me. We did it to transform the lives of our siblings or transform the life of people out there, our brothers and sisters within the borough of New Town. We will come on this platform with receipts. We will come on this platform with some of their parents, and there will be a live testimony to give account about how this particular money got spent. So it is not about us. We are not going to eat that money. We've been working for in our own pockets with the constraint. But because the number has swelled, that's why we are on this platform. We can't do it any longer on our own because we got many enrollments. So we are going to be accountable for every cent contributed on this platform today. Rest assured, we sit on this platform and we give you account of every dollar that you contribute towards this program.
And Alex, before we come in, I want to put the number on the screen. If you are here watching us, please call this number, and you have a contribution to make. Please call this number, or you can put your comments so that we can generate $900 plus today on this show, so that you can change the life of somebody. And as they've said, so call in, ask your question, make your contribution, and definitely we as a station will be able to be your guarantor and say, yes, we trust the people that we are talking to, and definitely the money will be spent the way it should. Go ahead, Alex.
Mr. Jack, we have been interested and we are proving that, and one of the things we do apart from showing receipt and all of the things, we keep our donor on track of all of the activities that is going on, the attendance of students, the challenges, and the daily update. There's some of this our friends that contributed in the past. We allow them to talk to the beneficiary, and they have face-to-face discussion with them on the phone, like the one in the diaspora. And they told them that the money you send for this purpose, we are the one that are benefiting from it. So apart from showing receipt, account balance, we expose our beneficiary to the people that contributed, because we know some of them, and we give them a daily track of how things is going. Because when somebody give you that money to do a piece of job, it is a responsibility to report to them in whatever way. So we have that track record, and we'll let the public know any money that will be generated today. We announce it, and before we start, the number of students that will be enrolled, we'll announce it. We'll get back to Mr. Jack, and Mr. Jack will announce it on the show. And every progress that will be made, it will be made through this same platform. Because tomorrow, anything go on the contrary, will be held responsible. Mr. Jack will be held responsible, because we are using this platform, and this is a unique platform, and we don't want anything that have stigma to be attached to this platform. And our characters, that's why we are so skeptical about how we go about doing things, because we want to keep our integrity at the highest level, because we are men, we can fall short, but we want to keep our integrity at that level. We've been doing it, and we'll continue to do it. The new Arizona species, so you can check for me on Facebook. You follow my Facebook handle, you'll see me, you'll see a lot of things. Follow Lawrence, and one of the things I'm proud of Lawrence, because we talk to these people apart from getting the vocational or the secondary education. We talk to them, we make them our friends, and when they have some medical problem, we address it, because Lawrence is in the medical field. We address it, and we contribute in our weak way to them. If they have anything that Valerie then share with us. So apart from paying that fee, they share their personal problem, or we share with them through our experience, and we get it going.
Thank you. And that's the question. We have comments coming in here. People watching you. Miriam Roberts is impressed with what you are doing and say, wow. There is a question here from Abby Tyler. It said, do they have female mentors in the group? So, and I want to kind of expand on that question a little bit, because having someone who's already being abused, or who has things are not been going right for them, to just get them into school sometimes is not easy. Do you, besides the two of you just asking for help for them to go to school, do you have people also who can mentor them, talk to them, and be like positive role models in their life?
Like I
Yes.
said, we've been doing it in our weekly. We've been talking to them. We've been using ourselves as an example because we all born there, we grew up there, and there is no other example except us. Like for the female aspect, it's something that been giving us a very difficult time. Most of the time women shy away from these things, but we try to incorporate some of them, but still it's try to shy away. But we will not get tired. And what we're going to do now, the first batch of young ladies that we want to empower, we'll use them to share that story with their friends. But like I said, that Lawrence have been using his space when it comes to when it comes to other problems, we've been solving it because we know that people will always come. And we always use ourselves as reference because growing up in Yucatan, coming from that place, reaching to where we are is a great plus for us. It's not a break, it's a plus for us. And we use our story to then some of them, if I start telling them a story, can say, wow, I watch car, I circle, I saw gas, scratch car, because I needed to do something, I needed to be the one end to do. So I challenge myself. So we use our story, Lawrence and myself, we have our friend Sadia, but Sadia is out of time, so we couldn't get you on the show. Otherwise, we use our story and we tell them, we can reach the level, you can reach that level.
Thank you. Lawrence, you wanted to ask something because it's important that you get other people, especially females, involved so as to talk to the other female. Go ahead with what you wanted to say.
Yes, thank you so much, Mr. Jad. We are the funders and co-founders on this platform today. But the District Number 16 University student constitutes a lot of people, a lot of young people of like minds. And as the founders directly said, the first batch of females going to serve as mentor, or they are going to provide mentorship for those who are going to enroll in this program right now. They are going to tell them, well, I was like this. Yeah, I'm out right now. You can be like me. They are going to provide them this mentorship. The reason we've been working with female within the borough or the District Number 16 University Student Association. We have female there on the entire planning process. But providing the mentorship, we thought it was to use our first batch of graduates to serve as mentor for those people that will be enrolled in the program.
Thank you. Thank you so much. What are your challenges doing this thing?
Yes, we face a lot of challenges. Let me start. Then the phone will come in. Many at times people turn everything into politics. I'm not a politician. I'm not a sedition. I'm not United Partisan. I don't support this person. I just perform my right as a citizen to vote. But at times when you go around people and say, oh, and the same people in the can't preach politics here. At the end of the day, nothing going to come or the same type of people coming around that are sponsored by the particular politician during election period, and at the end of the day, nothing came out of it. So it's a challenge for us. We don't want to bring politics into this. It is non-political. We are very clear. It is non-political because we will be going to United Partisan politicians. We'll be going to Liberty Party or politicians. We'll be going to all of our politicians because they are featured leaders of this country. So we must go to them. So we're not going to restrict this particular organization to politics. So I was very clear with the founder on this that we're going to make the thing strictly non-political. So it has been a challenge. Newtown, every little thing must be politics. So getting politics out of this thing has been challenged. Many at times people see you say, oh, but you're United Partisan. They think I'm joining you because United Partisan me a sedition. But again, we are still wrapping our hands around them. Whether United Partisan, whether you are sedition, whether you are for ANC, we are wrapping our hands around our brother. It's to get drug free, it's to get people educated. So we have been challenged. Financially, we have been faced with financial challenge because again, the number continue to swell. The pilot project that we initiated, the positive testimonial that came out of it, it exacerbated the normal condition. So now we have huge numbers. Financially, we are challenged getting them materials to vocational schools. Even those kids from elementary to junior high, Schools about to open, we need to get them book bags, we need to get them uniform, we need to pay that school fees. Because it's not just paying the kid tuition without the uniform. It's not just paying the kid tuition without the book bag or the books. It's not just paying the kid tuition without the shoes. So getting the materials for the kid while paying a school fee also is a challenge for us. So we have been faced a lot of challenges. So those are just few of the many challenges that we are faced with.
Alex, let me bring you in, because right now in New Town and other parts of the city, and even Monrovia or Liberia, politics is very attractive. People at your ages and at your level of education, they are either, in this political party, the youth wing and all this, shouting munya munya. I will say how difficult it is to say, well, even though we could be on this political camp or be on that camp and get what we want, how difficult it is to leave that one and concentrate on something that you were doing.
Mr. John, like I stated earlier, when you have people guiding you coming up, you gain knowledge from them. And I can tell God thank you for having the leg of Stephanie, Salia, the rest of the guys are within this organization that is not on the platform now. Because we have that diverse man when it comes to politics. But we have a one goal. And our goal is to uplift our brothers and sisters that we all grew up with, and like couldn't reach our level, to make them reach somewhere to contribute to the society. Politics have been one of the major factors that have been stopping our progress, not from us, of like man, but from people who want to use us to get political relevant. And we are saying no. Our point here is we want to educate young people like ourselves, kids, and when we educate them, they will have that reasoning mind to decide who become who within government or whatever. So we have been fighting that, and trust me, Lauren, I've been a good friend. We don't discuss politics. All we discuss is how we can mitigate the crime rate, get our brother and sister back. And in our leisure time, we discuss our social thing. That's sometimes for politics. But our goal is to get our work done. And one of the challenges that we face this long time, and I think if we don't get the necessary resources we will face again, is monitoring this kid. The last time I went some kind of Funde, and because most of the time, like after first school, I can check on them. So when I went to one of the kids' house, I asked for him and said, "Oh, where's Emmanuel?" I can remember his name. They said, "Oh, Emmanuel was put out of school." I said, "What?" Then the mother started explaining some things to me. We paid the school fee, but there was something called PTA fee. I said, "Oh, that was the reason." Yeah, uniform. And Lawrence said that uniform, we got to buy this, So I was like, wow. The essence of this child to gain education, why you put a child for PTA fee and all of it. So I went back to the school. I said, I paid the child whole year school fee, right? And looking at the amount, and the child was in the school, you can call the parent and talk to the parent to pay the PTA fee and let the child obtain their education. So we don't do that at the school. I said, yeah, you don't do that. If you put a child out there and the child having to go home for 2 to 3 weeks, they will be missing lesson. And these are just secondary things. The primary thing is for the child to get our school fee pay info and get the education. So these have been our challenges. Paying our fees and getting the equipment and what have you have been one of our major challenges. And I like to have Lauren put it that we, apart from paying our fee, we go beyond paying uniform, paying. Sometimes the other lady come and say, "Oh, if Papa dollars have a study class fee," I say, "Really? How much? 500." Sometimes this money are small. They are very small, but again, to the person is very big. And like I always say, these are people that somebody in the husband died, somebody in the husband left with the children, and to get it is not easy. So apart from paying their fees, they need other subsidiaries to get them going. And most of the time, I move on there and ask them a few questions how the school going, because I believe that when somebody give me that money, I should not go and pay the fee and sit down and say, oh, when the school year comes, I'll collect report card. I do check on them to know how well they are doing in their lesson and motivate them. So, to our listeners, we don't only pay fees, we check on our beneficiaries and we let them know that we want them to get the necessary education and we want them to acquire that skill that will be able to contribute to us.
Thank you. Augustine Kotise, my God, may God bless your effort. Thank you, Augustine. And we want for you to call and be part of the conversation. And Lawrence and Alex, if somebody wants to donate to your effort, how you want them to do it?
Mr. Jah, I have most of the time I do that on my personal account or my SendWave, my Lone Star, SendWave, and Orange Mobile Money. Once the money, I receive the money, I let the other guys know, and we go about doing business. But this time around, we will be able to provide or emergency account wherein you can stay as a guarantee for us. You can receive whatsoever donation. Then we will tell you that we open a special account for this purpose because the number have increased. First, it was a little number, so we're using our personal, account to receive and we'll make a report. But now you can stand in the gap. You can receive our donation and we'll give you the account number that will open an account, and every amount received will be put within that account.
Right. So for today, if somebody is sending you money, your number is 23177-014-1402. Is that number
yes.
Mobile money number?
And yeah, that's my Orange money number. Yeah. So Lawrence, you can put your number there too for today. Then we can, because I think Lawrence has a Lone Star.
Right. All right.
All right. That would be 086 24 27 52. Yes.
All right. So that will be your number. If you want to send money directly to them, please, those are the numbers. It can be Alex's number, which is the Orange number 770141402, or Lawrence's number 886-242-752. Gentlemen, are you also, what other ways are you doing to sustain this program?
Yes, we are still with our friends. We are still calling on them. We told them about our appearance on this platform today. They are aware. And from our own pockets, as I said from the beginning, I am a medical student. The little after 4, 5, 6 months, government owe me my stipend. On government pay that my stipend. I take part of my stipend to contribute. I'm not working. Alex is not working. We are in school. So we stick around our friends, our families out of the country. Because we politicians let us use small things to gain relevance. That's our fear. We don't want to go to politicians and say, oh, give us this. And they call this B program. Because, oh, the sedition organization there. Oh, the United Partisan or the CPP organization there. That's our fear. Because if one politician get hold of a particular organization politically, that particular organization die natural death. It is our fear. They still wanted to go long. We wanted to keep going. We are going to work with politicians, but we're going to be clear with you that this organization is non-political. It is about helping or extending, lifting hands to our brothers, to our sisters there that need help. So we've been working from our pockets. We've been working from our good friends outside of Liberia, but it's a challenge. The numbers we have right now, the numbers too large that we need the help of other people out there. Those who are watching us, if you are listening to us, we need your help. We need your help. This might not be your brother. This might not be your sister directly, but you are from Newtown. You are from Newtown. It's one of Liberia's biggest slum communities. You are from Liberia. You know the condition in Liberia, the crime rate. You are in Keke, people are jacking your bag. You are on motorbike, people are jacking your cell phone. One day you will come home. You will be faced with those challenges. So let us help. Let us help fight it. Let us help keep them in school. Let us give them a meaningful life. Let us make them good citizens. At the end of the day, that you'll be safe to come home. Please, we need your help. We are knocking at your doors because parents are knocking at our doors. We are knocking at your doors because students themselves are knocking at our doors. So please listen to us. Help us. We are just young people. We want to do it. We want to do more, but we don't have the financial means. We don't have the resources. That's why we are coming on this. We are using this platform, Voice of Liberia, Focus on Liberia, to appeal, to beg you for your help, to beg you for your assistance.
Thank you, Alex. Anyone watching us now and who will watch later on YouTube and other social media platform, what do you want to say to them?
I would like to say this is a project that we started 2 years ago, and we want to carry on and make it a bigger one, that today or tomorrow we can make our environment and our country a safe place, because once you get people out of that level of education, acquiring skills, completing high school, and moving into society, you have the crime rate dropping, and you have a good environment, a safe environment. So we are here today to ask that you help us with whatsoever penny you have. It can be $1, $2, $3. Somebody going to benefit for it, and trust me, the excitement you will receive when you hear somebody saying, "Oh, my fee will be by a person that I don't know in America or Europe or Asia," because that alone brings joy to you as a person. So I would like to say, every penny you have, you can contribute it. Any penny you have, rather, you can contribute it to us. We accept it, because we have the number one increase. That's why we are using this platform. Like my brother already put it. And trust me, we'll come back to this platform again and give you a success story like the other. Let me say thank you to my previous donator, our friends. You know, they have been doing extremely well. And even though we know that COVID has struck around the world, but in a week where they have been contributing, and we would like to say thank you to them, and thank you to those who will be contributing to this young project, the young face. Because I always thank you, because you don't call us. You are doing it because God touched your heart, and God said whatever he do it to his righteousness, not to man. If man will not do anything for man, because all men are weak. So just do it because of God. Let your life you touch today will be a living testimony tomorrow.
Thank you. And Alex, as you are saying, we got someone here for you to thank. Augustine Coty writes, we may be able to sponsor two of your children. Please contact our country director, Emmanuel Capeno, and the number is on the screen, 0777-266-783. So, Lawrence, you can take that number down. It's 0777-266-783. And the country director for the group is Emmanuel Capeno. And this will be on the
Thank you so much, Mr. Augustine Coty. Thank you so much for your support. We are grateful to you. We pray welcome with your organization. Thanks so much for helping us.
May God richly bless you.
If you are here watching the show and you want to donate, please, you can call in. The number is scrolling down there. You can send your contribution directly to Mr. Swen or Mr. Stepney. Their numbers too were put on the screen earlier. So you can pick that up and then continue to do good to not only to them, not only to the organization, but to Liberia as a whole. Whether you are living New Town or you are living Slipway or Bannersville, or you are even living in Glay, Nimba County, this is a worthy cause that we must all rally around. Before I call for your closing comments, let me just let our viewers know that at 2 o'clock, we're going to have a show here called The Liberia Dream. The host here is Mr. Leo Napulu Johnson. His topic today is the CPP framework, a crisis beyond politics. So please tune in at 2 o'clock. That is about 30 minutes from now. That show is going to be on. Tonight, we're going to have a political debate. Someone who supports Mr. Cummings versus someone who supports Mr. Joseph Boakai. So they're going to be here to debate which of these two can represent their party to go against President Weah in the 2023 election. You don't want to miss that. Gentlemen, I want to thank you so much for the work that you are doing. You know, we at Focus on Liberia, we too will make our contribution to what the effort you are carrying on. We too are self-supported. We don't get money from what we do here. It is all from our pocket. But we will be able to dip in our own pockets and give you our widow's mind to say thank you for the work we're doing. We support your project. And also at 6 o'clock, we're going to have On Point right here on Focus on Liberia. Then at 4 o'clock, we're going to be doing a show on the Sapo National Park. The Sapo National Park is in Sino County. We're going to be doing a show. Gentlemen, again, thank you for your time. For 1 minute each, let me get your closing comment. Let's start with Mr. Lawrence Stepney.
Yes, I want to say thank you to all who watching us and all who listening. I want to appreciate you for your time. I want to appreciate you for your support. I want to say thanks so much. But we need to have the kids in school. We need to have a drug-free society. We need to have a drug-free country. We need to have a drug-free communities. So please, we are begging for your help. Whatsoever little amount you can chip in to help us, please help us. And to the Focus of Liberia platform, Mr. Ja, I want to tell you thank you for giving us this platform for the world to hear us today. I want to say thanks so much, and thanks so much to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Swain.
Mr. John, I'd like to start off by saying thank you. You have been there for us by giving us your platform and letting the world hear what we have in our mind. Let me say thank you to our audience that is listening, that will listen. And let me say thank you to whosoever that have contributed, that will be contributing. And let me say thank you to our previous donor. We're looking forward to working with you this time around again. And let me say thank you to my colleague, Lawrence, for being there always. And we still need you guys to help us make this a possible dream come true, because if you do it, it's not for us, it's not for the platform, it's for Liberia. We can change Liberia when we start to change our community. Once our community is free from crime and we have people working and contributing to society, then we'll have a better country. Thank you, FOL. Thank you, everyone, for listening. I'm Edison PC Swear. You can check my Facebook handle and you'll know more about me. Thank you once more.
Thank you. And one last contributor here, Abby Tyler say, I will add my contribution to FOL's contribution. So Abby is FOL have.
Thank you so much, Abby.
She's gonna put her money on top of FOL small money, and she will put big money in there. So we thank you, Abby.
Thank you, Abby.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
All right.
And Lawrence, thank you for being up with us today. Even though you have to study for the miracles.
Thank you so much, Mr. Fonda.
Very happy.
Yeah, it's my pleasure.
So I want to thank you
for
your time. Our regards to all members of your District 16 Student Association. Greet your students in the program for us from the from grade school all the way to vocational. This is what we need to be doing as citizens of Liberia, because it takes one step at a time, one wrong at a time. We can get there one day. So on behalf of all of us here at Focus on Liberia, we say again, thanks for watching. We're now going to close with our song that says, "We are all Liberians." Thank you and have a good day.
We are Liberians. Liberia is our home. Liberian people. Liberia, everyone. Liberia. Liberia.